Today it's time to see my favourite cards from this year's FIFA. I'm going to show you some of my favourite cheap cards, some surprising squad building challenge cards, and overall just like my favourite cards and most fun cards to use in the game. The first card I'm going to show you has to be Jack BUTLAND, and I think I sold this guy last week as his price really went up a lot, so I thought, you know what, I'll make some profit here. But other than that, I've used him in about 200 games in the past on this FIFA, and he is nothing short of sensational. For like 2,000 coins, you're getting a goalkeeper who feels around 86 rated overall. He stops so many good long shots, and overall is one of the best cheap keepers on this game, if not the best for value. Him and Begovic for me are probably the best two cheap keepers in this game. He is amazing for FUT champions. Moving on, they're going to go to centre mid position. Going to go to Arturo Vidal. 230 games with this specific SBC card. He, for me, at times, I feel like he's of better value than someone like Ruud Gullit. He really does have everything. I mean, look at this card. 86 physical, 87 defending. This card has everything. After Vidal, got to go to Chris Smalling. I mean, he's just amazing on this game. 329 games with this card. All of those games, I think, are in FUT champions as well. So go show you how reliable and how, like, trustworthy I feel like this card is. He, for me, is the best centre-back I've used on this game. That's even ahead of Rio Ferdinand, Laurent Blanc, other legends. He is that unbelievable in game, and at the time he was like 15k. Now I think he's even 10k, so yeah, he's amazing in this game. After Smalling, gonna go to Team of the Year, Ramos. I've used this card more so in FUT Draft, and the big reason as to why I love this card is that if your midfielders are struggling in the game and you've got even any kind of Ramos card, deploy Ramos in centre mid and you will not regret it. He's won me about 4 FUT drafts just by being so dominant in midfield. He's obviously an unbelievable centre back, but I've just used him in so many different positions. In FUT champions as well, like I've used him in centre mid, at cam as well. He's just amazing in that position, and it's really just an incredible card overall. Moving on, we're going to go to Anthony Martial. I mean, need I say much more, guys? 157 goals there in 211 games for a left forward. He is obviously, I do use him as a striker. It just goes to show the guys, like this guy, how much, yeah, first owner, he's about maybe 12,000 coins now, maybe a bit more, not too sure on his price, but he is absolutely worth it. He, a bit like BUTLAND, feels like an 86, maybe even 87, 88 rated player. He's unbelievably overpowered, and I think his card, for some reason, I just trust this card more so than his in form. I mean, for me, he is probably my top 3 cards this FIFA. You guys probably know that by now. Anyway, moving on, gonna go to Paul Pogba wants to watch. I've played a lot. Well, hold on. Did I rebuy this card? Yeah, I did. I bought this card for 3.7 million. Played like 400 games with this card, and for some reason I sold it, then bought this one back. So yeah, I'm confused as to why I did that. Anyway, I've played a lot with this card, and he's just perfect. Like, for me, he's probably the best powerhouse midfielder. You guys probably know who I'm going to say is the best centre midfielder, but like powerhouse box to box, Pogba is for me the best in terms of shooting. Del Piero, a bit of a surprise here. I told you guys I'll have some surprises for you in my favourite cards video of this FIFA. And Del Piero is a big game player. Every game I've used him in FUT champions and FUT draft finals, when I need a long shot goal, when it's a close game and have a bit of space to have a shot from like 20 to 30 yards, even 40 yards, Del Piero, I really love this card. He gets me those goals when I need them the most. He's unbelievably talented with this card. 89 shot is a lot more powerful than that. 5-star weak foot, you can't really go wrong with that card. Next card though has to be my man, N'Golo Kante. I bought this guy for 279k. If I paid like 1 million coins, I would still feel happy. That's how superb and just perfect this card is. I think, yeah, he's nearly played 800 games for my club now, and to score 76 goals for a guy who plays really deep in midfield is amazing. And also, he is just perfect as a midfielder. The amount of times he just saves my defense by intercepting a ball, just making the right tackle, and even like dribbling. He's really good at dribbling as well. Has only got 82 dribbling in game. Feels much more overpowered than that. And guys, for me, I think Kante could be my favourite card. He's just in every squad, man. He's just perfect. After Kante, though, gonna go to Raheem Sterling. Played nearly as many games as Kante, 295 goals, and I always play him as either a right forward or a cam. And for me, he's probably my favourite like SBC card I've used in terms of Player of the Month cards. He is just so trustworthy and always gets me a vital assist when I need it the most. Cristiano Ronaldo, guys, you probably saw the one coming nearly. Well, he's near. I'm trying to get him to a goal a game. I obviously use him as a striker every game, and look how many assists he gets as well. I mean, he does something every game, literally. So more than that a game. So yeah, Ronaldo, guys, is in my top 3. I'd say my top 3: Kante number 1, Ronaldo number 2, Martial number 3. I think that's what I'd go with. But all of these cards, guys, for different reasons, are just absolutely out of this world. After Ronaldo, gonna go to Harry Kane. A bit of a surprise inclusion, being that he's a new card, but look at his goal record, man. 19 goals, 13 games. I thought I would get more assists, but guys, I mean, he's just a goal machine. He feels like Alan Shearer, how he should feel. Like, Alan Shearer on this game is not that great. Kane is Shearer, but about 10 times better. He gets so many clinical goals, especially in FUT Champions. Like, he's awesome. Really, really happy with how he's playing. Onto the bench, though, gotta go my man Musa. So obviously I sold these cards to get coins, but when I've used them, they've been nothing short of just amazing. So has to be in this squad. Gotta go with George Weah. Played about 300 games with this card in FUT Champions. Again, I do sell a lot of cards just to get coins, to try new cards, if that makes sense, and build new squads, all the good stuff. But George Weah, a lot of pro players don't use him, and I'm always surprised. He's got great pace, good, great work rates, good skill moves, very strong, has a great like driven finish as well. And for me, he's one of the best legends I've used this year. After George Weah, going to go to another surprise inclusion. This is a card I've used in FUT Draft a hell of a lot, and it's going to be Serge Aurier from PSG. Really, really perfect fullback. I mean, look at that physical stat for starters. Look at the defensive stats. Look at the pace. He for me is literally pretty much perfect, except high work rate. Like, on both, it'd be better if he had like a medium attacking, high defensive. But other than that, I mean, for me, he's probably the best fullback I've used. I love that card. Anyway, Hernandez, another surprise inclusion. I use this guy at the start of FIFA, and I need to use him more often. He is awesome. Gets so many goals. Had a goal a game record with this card when I had him in the club. He really is insane. Like, you talk about someone who surprises you every game. His heading from crosses is unbelievable. Really good in the air. Considering he's 5'9", you'd probably surprised I've said that. But guys, you need to try his card in FUT Draft if you get him. We go on to Marek Hamsik, another FUT Draft card we've used a hell of a lot. And a bit like Ramos, can really dominate in game and get you so many wins when you really do need them the most. Rutula obviously played a lot with this card. Again, like Pogba, I played like 200 games, then I sold him, then I bought him back just to try him out again. And he is just, yeah, he's awesome. You're not going to be surprised by me saying that. He has to be in this video. Ben Yedder, I've used him a lot in FUT Draft. This 84 rated card, I thought I'd show you my monthly card that I've only used nearly 20 games with this card. 11 assists as a cam is awesome though. Really, really talented card. 85 pace, 5-star weak foot, high work rate. I actually like a high work rate. Yes, the stamina won't be the best with that, but still, love this card. Baba, again, another card I've used a bit in FUT Champions in the past, and then in FUT Draft, really reliable. Left back, especially when the Bundesliga FUT Champions was on, I use this card a hell of a lot. So yeah, for me, an awesome card, which I will highly recommend. He's really cheap on the market, guys. 1,500 coins, so defo try and pick him up if you can. Play the month Hazard. I mean, yeah, he is just an assist machine. One of the most I'd say, like, world-class cards I've used this year. He's always versatile. You can use him as a left mid, as a striker, as a cam, as a CF, even as a centre mid. He can do an awesome job and be an awesome role player for your squad as a centre mid. But as a cam, I'd say he's the best cam I've maybe used in this game. He's awesome. Anyway, Jordi Alba, left back, a bit like Baba. He's always one of those cards that I may not always have, but when I need to get him, I'll just go and get him and use him in the full-back position. You could even use him as a centre-back as well. He can do everything. Got great pace, got good physical for a guy who's quite small. Well, yeah, very small, 5'7". High work rate, left-footed is always obviously good for a left-back. And yeah, for me, is a great fullback for any squad. The last card though, guys, I'm going to show you, sorry, the second to last card, it's going to be Luis Suarez. I mean, look how many assists he's got. 47 goals, 47 assists in 64 games is just mental stats there from Suarez. I love that card. His Team of the Year card is obviously incredible, and it is just, yeah, amazing. Anyway, the final card there, guys, has to be Raja Nainggolan. For me, if this guy gets a Team of the Season card, will this be the first ever 90 stat card on everything? I think it could be. I think Team of the Year Dani Alves has the most stats this year, but I don't think he doesn't have everything 90. Obviously, NAINGGOLAN may get everything 90, and even if he doesn't, guys, his card is perfect. Is there a more well-rounded card this year? Let me know. But there are, guys, my favorite cards in this FIFA. Are you surprised that maybe Heung-min Son isn't there? For me, I love the card. I love this card at first, but never really got used to it. Other cards, other players seem to get used to that card more. But yeah, guys, they are my favorite cards, and just looking at this team, man, this would really do some damage in FUT Champions. But yeah, what's your favorite card?